This is a 1969 L78, 396, 375 horse, 4-bolt main, has the steel crank, the pink rods. It has the 840 Copo heads, the factory winner's intake. It has the 400 turbo. It has the 12-bolt with a 373 posi. I also have the build sheets that were underneath the seats when I bought the car. There was one in the back, underneath the back seat, and one underneath the front seat. When I got it, we put a new fuel tank in it. We rebuilt the carburetor, changed all the fluids, went through just to make sure that it was, drivable and didn't have any issues. The brakes, went through all the brakes and everything to make sure that it was all good. It's a 396, 375 horse, 4-bolt main, steel crank, factory original L78 Chevelle. Based on everything that I've looked up and found, that is what we have.
Beautiful car, man. Thanks for the ride.
You bet.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful car. And then the only kind of downside is the block is a counter exchange block, which is probably, from what I understand, a lot of guys would drive it off the showroom floor and just start flooring it without breaking the motor in.
Yeah.
And
yeah, well, they may have spun a rod or something and they took it back to the Chevrolet dealership, and they just changed the short block. So it's just the short block, the CE block, so it doesn't have the factory number stamped on the block, but all the other numbers that identify this block, it is a 4-bolt main with a steel crank with all the goodies in the bottom end of it, like it was from the factory. And then of course they bolted, those are factory valve covers, and exhaust manifolds, the 840 Copo heads that, are the 375 horse up to the 4 1/4 horse, I believe.
And then the paint, it looks, I polished it, a real fine kind of polish, and gave it that real wet look. There's still some marks in the paint and stuff.
Yeah, the paint's not perfect. It's got some patina. Right here you can see that it's the paint's thin. It's lacquer and it's soft and somebody rubbed on it. And so there's areas on the car that if you look and if you wax it, you'll see them, but from 5 feet away, you can't see that.